Shalom. First and foremost, before we get things started, I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachaha Kudash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishop of Great Millstone, teaching this truth in sincerity, and to the hopeful elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, and to the Aqua that are listening and learning. To you, I say Shalom. This is your brother Yashimai of the GMS Memphis camp, coming to you with another word of the day lesson. Our first precept is Isaiah 25:8. He will swallow up death in victory, and the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai will wipe away tears from off all faces, and the rebuke of his people shall be taken away from off all the earth, for the Lord Yahweh has spoken it. And what gave me the idea to do this lesson was the word death. Okay, so let's go to the concordance to death, which is H4194, meaning MAWATH. Okay, from right to left, Ma, Wa, and Tha. MAWATH. Okay, and outline biblical usage: death, dying. Okay, the realm of the dead, death by violence as a penalty, a state of death, a place of death, which Strong's definition: death natural or violent, the dead, their place in deadly death or died. Okay, so let's go back. Isaiah 25:8. He will swallow up death in victory. Okay, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai was the one, the victory, took victory over death. Okay, and that'll be explained as in, let's go to 1 Corinthians, where it said death is swallowed up. 1 Corinthians 15 and 54. Okay, and it reads, so when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, meaning that the corruptible are the mortal bodies, the incorruptible are immortal bodies. Okay, let's get corruptible bodies are these bodies that we are in now, these mortal bodies, and shall put on incorruptible bodies, which are immortal bodies. Okay, and this being mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, what? Death is swallowed up in victory. Okay, so as I was saying, the victory of Yahweh Shai is when he died and raised from the dead. Yahweh Shai, and that's when he defeated death. And also the victory is also gained by us, what? Believing on Yahweh Shai and follow his footsteps. Okay? And let's go back to Isaiah 25:8. And where it reads, and the Lord Yahweh will wipe away tears from off what? All faces. Meaning, let's go, there's a precept for that. Okay, let's go to Revelation 21:4. And it reads, and Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, shall wipe away what? All tears from their eyes, and there shall be what? No more death. Okay. When we gain those immortal bodies, those incorruptible bodies, what? There'll be no more death for what? Only Israel. No other nation or any, only Israel only. Neither what? Sorrows nor crying. Neither shall there be any what? Pain, for the former things are passed away. Okay? All the things that used to happen to us, dying and passing away because Yahweh Shai defeated death. When we follow his footsteps and become immortal and be like him, talking about the elect of Israel, okay? And then when our children come back in Hebrew Huggies, they'll be in the same likeness as us, as their fathers who are the elect, okay? So let's continue on. Go back to Isaiah 25:8, which reads, and what? The rebuke of his people shall be taken away from what? Off all the earth. And the precept that goes with that is 1 Peter 4:14. And it reads, if ye be reproached for the name of Hamashiach, happy what are ye? For the spirit of glory and of the heavenly Father rested upon you. On their part, he is evil spoken of, but on your part, he is what? Glorified. All right. And also, as we saying the rebuke of his people, meaning the reproach. That's why I'm reading that upon this precept here. What? If ye be what? Reproach for what? Yahweh Shai's sake. Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. For that reason, what we were being cursed by Yahweh for what? Our disobedience. And now, through Yahweh Shai, it will be what? Turned into glory. As it said, what? For the spirit of glory and of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai rested what? Upon you. On their part, he what is evil spoken of, but what? On your part, he is glorified. And let's go into verse 15. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other men's matters. Yet if any man suffer as as Christian, or shall we say as Hamashiach, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify the Heavenly Father on this behalf. Okay, for what he has done to make that sacrifice for us, swallowing up death, okay, defeating death. All right. And to add upon that, for you 2/3, as it says, you evildoers and stuff, you murderers. As a matter of fact, that remind me of Revelation 21:8. Let's go to that. And it reads, but the fearful and the unbelieving and the abominable and the murderers and what? Whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters of all liars, what? Shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is what? The second death. Okay, just remember the first death was of the flood of Noah, when Noah had warned everyone that the flood was coming, and they didn't believe them. And as they were doing like we're doing today, still marrying, still doing the same thing that they always been doing. But now, in this time, the second death is coming, and that second death is the nuclear destruction, okay? Like I said, the first death is the flood, and the second death that is coming is the nuclear destruction, okay? Which means we're going to burn in fire, or should I say not us, but the 2/3 of Israel, all right, are going to burn in the ICBM missiles and along with the chariots of the angel. Okay. And not only them, we getting a heathen and all them, but through this second death will be what a cleansing for the children of Israel that done wicked upon this side. As I said, all the evildoers and everything, you're thinking you get away with everything, but you're really not. Even those that are going to be raised and resurrected, say those that done evil that are being raised from the dead are going to suffer punishment too. They, and that's why I'm giving heed and warning to you out there that, hey, just because you die on this side thinking that you have escaped Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai judgment, you really not. You really have not. But then, as what it says in what 2 Ezra 9 and 12, the same must know it after death by pain. So will you 2/3 when Yahweh Shai returns. And in closing, I would like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachaha, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishop of Great Millstone. And to the hopeful elect, I say Shalom. And to you, Akim and Aqua that are out there, stay focused. We almost out of here. Shalom.